Ecclesiastes 4 through 6. Then I returned and saw all the oppression that are done under the sun, and behold, the tears of those who were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter. Therefore I praise the dead who have been long dead more than the living who are yet alive. Yes, better than them both is him who has not yet been, who has not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. Then I saw all the labor and achievements that is the envy of a man's neighbor. This also is vanity and striving after wind. The fool folds his hands together and ruins himself. Better is a handful with quietness than two handfuls with labor and chasing after wind. Then I returned and saw vanity under the sun. There is no one who is alone, and who has neither son nor brother. There is no end to all of his labor, neither are his eyes satisfied with wealth. He may say, for whom then do I labor and deprive my soul of enjoyment? This is also vanity. Yes, it is a miserable business. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls, and does not have another to lift him up. Again, if two lie together, they have warmth. But how can one keep warm alone? If a man prevails against one who is alone, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Better is a poor but wise youth than an old but foolish king, who no longer knows how to take advice. For out of prison he came out to be king. Yes, even in his kingdom he was born poor. I saw all the living who walk under the sun, that they were with the youth, the other, who succeeded him. There was no end of all the people, even of all them over whom he was. Yet those who come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and chasing after the wind. Guard your steps when you go to the house of God, for to draw near to listen to it is better than to give sacrifice of fools, for they do not know that they do evil. Do not be rash with your mouth, and do not let your heart be hasty to utter anything before God. For God is in heaven, and you on earth. Therefore, let your words be few. For a dream comes with much concern, and a fool's speech with a multitude of words. When you vow a vow to God, do not offer to pay it, for he has no pleasure in fools. Pay that which you vow. It is better that you should not vow than that you should vow and not pay. Do not allow your mouth to lead you into sin. Do not protest before the messenger that this was a mistake. Why should God be angry at your voice and destroy the work of your hands? For in the multitude of dreams there are vanities, as well as in many words, but you must fear God. If you see the oppression of the poor and the violent take away of justice and righteousness in a district, do not marvel at the matter, for one official is eyed by a higher one, and there are officials over them. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king profits from the field. He who loves silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he who loves abundance with increase. This also is vanity. When goods increase, those who eat them are increased. And what advantage is there to its owner, except to feast on them with his eyes? The sleep of the laborer is sweet, whether he eats little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not allow him to sleep. There is a grievous evil in which I have seen under the sun, wealth kept by its owner to his harm. Those riches perish by misfortune, and if he has fathered a son, there is nothing in his hand. As he came out of his mother's womb naked, shall he go as he came, and shall take nothing for his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. This also is a grievous act, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit does he have who labors for the wind? All his days he also eats in darkness. He is frustrated, and he has sickness and wrath. Behold, that which I have seen to be good and proper is for one to eat and to drink and to enjoy good in all his labor, in which he labors under the sun, all the days of his life, which God has given him, for this is his portion. Every man also to whom God has given riches and wealth, he has given him power to eat of it, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of God, for he shall not often reflect on the days of his life, because God occupies him with the joy of his heart. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is heavy on men. A man to whom God gives riches, wealth, and honor, so that he lacks nothing for his soul of all that he desires, yet God gives him no power to eat of it, but a foreigner eats it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease. If a man fathers 100 children, and lives many years, so that the days of his years are many, but his soul is not filled with good, and moreover he has no burial, I say that a stillborn child is better than he, for it comes in vanity and departs in darkness, and its name is covered with darkness. Moreover, it has not seen the sun, nor known it. This has rest rather than the other. Yes, though he live 1,000 years twice told, and yet fails to enjoy good. Do not all go to one place? All the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. For what advantage has the wise more than the fool? What has the poor man, that knows how to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This also is vanity and chasing after wind. Whatever has been, its name was given long ago, and it is known what man is. Neither can he contend with him who is mightier than he. For there are many things that increase vanity. What does that profit man? For who knows what it is good for man in life, all the days of his vain life, which he spent like a shadow? For who can tell a man what will be after him under the sun?